I was asked this question also at every stop of my World Tour 2018, and you'll see why. Everyone wants to know about the new kind of UV gel in a squeeze tube and why it's so different than other gels. Some call these tube gels, which seems like a silly name to me. That describes the container and says nothing about the product. The nail industry has a history of creating strange product names. For instance, we have both cuticle removers and cuticle conditioners. Well, what do we want to do? Dissolve and remove the cuticle or pamper and condition it? Learn about the latest new research on nail anatomy and figure out what these terms really mean. I reported in volume 2 of my 3-volume book series that's based on this video series, also called Face to Face with Doug Schoon. Check out volume 2, get the facts. Now, I'll show you where to order these books at the end of this episode, but some of you who just watch the videos may not be familiar with the books. Now let's get to answering this question. I suggest that these products should actually be called high viscosity UV gels. This name perfectly describes these products. Viscosity is a scientific term that describes how a product flows when stirred, poured, or pushed through a small opening such as a nozzle. Low viscosity substances flow quite easily from a container without much resistance at all. Monomer liquid and nail polish are examples of relatively low viscosity products. Some substances will flow slowly and display a lot of resistance to flow. For example, honey and hair conditioner. They're medium viscosity substances. UV gels are typically medium viscosity products, which flow with some resistance but don't move very quickly. Toothpaste is an example of a high viscosity substance. High viscosity substances resist flow from a container and only do so when sufficient force is applied. Of course, these extra thick UV gels that are squeezed from a tube are high viscosity UV gels. Like all UV gels, these products are also based on acrylic oligomers and monomers and cured by acrylic chemistry. Now, if you're surprised to learn that all UV gels, without exception, are based on acrylic ingredients and cured by acrylic chemistry, you should read my books or watch other episodes on this video series to get more facts. These high viscosity, thickened UV gels in a tube are no different than existing UV gels, except they're thickened to increase the viscosity. Typically, they're thickened with the same type of acrylic powders used in liquid and powder formulations and in the so-called glue dip systems. Now that these products have been demystified, I would like to add a word of caution. Like all artificial nail coating products, these high viscosity UV gels can be used safely if used correctly. Correct use means keep them off the living skin and don't apply them too thickly, or the lower layers will not properly cure. If applied too thickly, UV is absorbed by the upper layers, creating a shadowing effect on the lower layers, which can result in undercuring. UV doesn't pass easily through any type of UV gel, if it's applied too thickly. So avoid over thick layers. This will help ensure that the product is properly curing from top to bottom. Also, it's important to use the correct lamp to ensure proper curing. Contrary to what many think or say, there is no such thing as a universal nail lamp that will properly cure any UV gel. This is a dangerous myth that can lead to improper curing, a leading cause of skin irritation, and can even cause permanent allergic reactions. Surprised to hear this? Then you should definitely read my books to learn how to ensure a proper cure. Most don't realize that nail coatings are hardening when they're only 50% cured. Hardening on the nail plate does not indicate that the coating has been properly cured. Undercuring is one of the main causes of permanent nail coating allergies for nail technicians. Now this applies to all artificial nail coating products and all UV curing products, without exception, no matter what anyone tells you. Don't let this happen to you. Allergies can occur after months or years of exposure to undercured dust and filings. But this need not happen. Skin allergies are easy to avoid if you take the proper precautions as I've described in my books and videos. Clearly, nail technicians need to know more than how to bling out a nail if they expect to have a long and safe career.